He served for 5 years, a super duper really long time ago. Let's welcome to the stage Mr. Noor Razzaq.
Hi, so is everybody living their best life? Yeah? Yeah. I hate that saying. Your best life, what does that even mean? Up here. I have no idea what I'm doing up here. I have a kind of a jacked up life. So I'm a university professor and a violinist, but I was a SWAT team commander in Mexico. After that, I was a homeless veteran and a graduate school student. I'm a Sunni Muslim who worked counterterrorism in the U.S. Air Force. I know, right? You find that in a drop-down menu, right? Do you guys get it? It's kind of a weird existence, right? So I mean, it kind of makes a little bit of sense if you think about it, because they had to put me somewhere to keep an eye on me, right? No flight list is getting kind of long. But so I moved over to Little Rock Air Force Base. I was stationed at Little Rock Air Force Base in Arkansas back in 2001 during 9/11. And after the towers got hit, we had to train a lot of people who hadn't shot in a while, you know, U.S. Air Force. So we're working 18 to 20 hours a day because, surprise, surprise, the Air Force can't shoot. You don't look surprised. Now you're kind of hurting my feelings. So we're over there, you know, we're working about 18 to 20 hours a day doing this training them, and of course they're coming through my line. It's actually, my job wasn't actually supposed to be training, it was supposed to be handing the weapon. So I handle the weapon, teach him to shoot, handle the weapon, teach him to shoot. And you get a lot of the comments like, oh, you know, we don't round them all up on a boat and send them home. And I'm like, great, all right. But they didn't know. You know, luckily nobody knew what I was. Because, you know, it's the military. Military, your uniforms have all caps, right? So my last name's Razzaq, R-A-Z-Z-A-Q. Q looks like an O, so people thought Razzeo. Because, you know, I mean, they assumed I was like Italian or Mexican, because people are racist. The racism. Racism is kind of funny, though. There's a lot of humor that can be in racism, right? There's a lot to be said for laughing at it, you know, especially nowadays. I'll give you a story. So, long time ago, many moons ago, I was engaged to a lovely young Caucasian woman. She, when we were dating, the very beginning of our dating, she looked at me, she says, you know, I was just reading an article online, and it says that Muslims don't like dogs. I'm like, you know, she says, do Muslims like dogs? It's like, Muslims like dogs? Of course we like dogs. They're delicious. A little ketchup, mustard, salt. You guys are laughing. I think we put in your falafel. Oh, we discussed it at the last meeting. I'm just kidding. It's not egg roll. Oh. I know. I just broke the cardinal rule. I'm not supposed to make fun of other people's brown. I have to make fun of my own, right? So if I were to go back to Little Rock Air Force Base, handing my stuff out the window, I don't out myself. I don't say to them, hey, guess what? Oh, you think I'm Mexican? Wrong shade of brown. Here's your gun. So 18 to 20 hours of that was awesome, right? So we're doing that every single day. And of course, 18 to 20 hours a day. I keep saying that over and over again because actually what I ended up doing was sleeping at work for about a month because it was that much work. Afterwards, I wanted to do a little bit of a spiritual clarification. So I went down to the mosque in Little Rock, Arkansas. I'm going to tell you something. Little Rock, Arkansas is not the place you want to be when you have brownness. All right, so I get down there, and no kidding, I walk up to the mosque, and the windows were blown out. And I walked inside, it was burnt down, and there was spray painting on the wall. So I went inside, and I looked up, and it said, go home, sand, N-word. So I went home. What? I can follow the directions. For God's sake. All right. So I went down there, and I went back to the apartment complex. There was this old drunk. He used to kind of watch us. He was sitting outside all the time, so he knew who was coming and going. He hadn't seen me in a while. I said, Noor, I haven't seen you in a while. Where you been? I said, look, the towers came down. We've been at work nonstop. And he says, oh, we got to round them all up on a boat and send them home. I'm like, dude, how many of you they're going to make? Like, I didn't say anything. Actually, I got a little bit upset. Like, I said, okay, like, send who home? And he says, all the Pakistanis and the Arabs, the Muslims. I said, okay. This guy wants to deport me. Like, where's he going to deport me? Like, my mom's vagina? I was born in the United States. From Indiana, for God's sake. So, but I asked him, I said, okay, where do you think I'm from? He says, you're Mexican, ain't you? So I said, no, I'm not Mexican. I said, let me try this. Assalamu alaikum. And he says, speaking Spanish? I just... Si, senor. That's my time. Thank you.